15-year-old killer smiled in court and said,
"I just want to tell y'all, I'll be home soon, or I'll be Keon. I love my family."
But the judge's ruling would soon wipe that smile right off his face. 32-year-old Kenneth White was driving his van on the interstate when suddenly a 7-pound rock flew down from an overpass, striking White in the head and chest. The father of 4 died instantly. The perpetrators were 4 teenagers, aged between 15 and 17. In court, they yelled and danced around, thinking they'd soon be released because of their young age. When their defense lawyer tried to convince the judge to prosecute them as juveniles, the judge firmly denied the request, saying,
"The proposal for juvenile sentencing is rejected."
Applause erupted from the victim's family. Now these teenagers will be tried as adults, facing potential life sentences. Do you support the judge's decision? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Somehow, we've decided in America that innovation and money replaces or obviates or excuses depravity. Cutting off aid to HIV-positive mothers, deciding what veterans should get benefits, cutting off SNAP payments, which have shown to have a positive net return when people run out of money for food at the end of the month. I mean, I think one of the wonderful things about being an American, and quite frankly, for me, what it means to be a man and what I try to teach my boys is the whole point of prosperity is such that you can protect people. And I think the two of you are more impressed with Mr. Musk than I am. I think if somebody is making Nazi salutes, if somebody is being sued concurrently by 2 women for sole custody of their child because that person has not spent any time with that child, when someone is so severely addicted to drugs they can't get their shit together to show up to the White House without looking exceptionally high, I don't think that's the right role model for young men. So what I would ask to all of us is look at what money has done to us. That if someone can land a rocket on metal scissors or create a great AV, he's a genius. He's the wealthiest man in the world. But does that mean we should excuse depravity? Does that mean, unlike Bill Gates, he's not using his billions to help people? He's not planting trees, the shade of which he won't sit under? I think this is an individual who has literally come off the tracks, who is rabidly addicted to drugs, and is using his immense power to get people elected, and that too many of us excuse what is abhorrent behavior. I think his legacy is not going to be an EV or putting rockets into space. I think it's going to be unnecessary death, disease, and disability of the world's most vulnerable. That is not what it means to be an innovator. It's not what it means to be an American. It's not what it means to be a man.
Wow.
Somehow we've decided.
Scott Galloway is such a breath of fresh air. I'm telling you, like, it's so, because he's very intelligent. He's very smart. I don't even know how far to go, but he has so many issues. I'm sorry, I was trying to see who was outside my apartment, but he has so many issues. And when somebody have issues like that, it's hard to see how far he would go for this country and help maintain this country, because he has a hard time even maintaining his own personal life. He has so much drama within his own personal life. So it's like, it's scary because you can see him tumbling. So, and you want to put somebody like that in the White House? Oh, that's terrifying. But Scott Galloway, very smart man. Very smart man.
What is the 4th commandment?
Keep the Sabbath.
Part of keeping the Sabbath holy is not working on the Sabbath.
That is, yeah.
What day is the Jewish Sabbath?
It is on Saturday.
And what day is it today?
It is Saturday. Here we are.
The Christian Sabbath is what day?
Sunday, in honor of the day that Jesus rose from the dead.
And we're scheduled to give this bill a final vote on what day of the week?
It's ironic, isn't it?
Would you be willing to postpone your bill so that we're not breaking the 10 Commandments by working on the Jewish or Christian Sabbath?
I love that you said that because
You're saying that you'd rather tell people to follow the Ten Commandments than follow it yourself?
I would have rather have had this bill passed the other day when it was time.
We as a legislature are about to force every teacher in the state to post the Ten Commandments in their classrooms.
If
Do
they are
members
donated.
of the Texas legislature follow the Ten Commandments?
So again, this bill is about honoring our historical, educational, and judicial heritage with the displaying of the Ten Commandments.
The ninth commandment is thou shalt not bear false witness. Are you aware of any legislators who have lied about anything?
That is, you know, there might be one coming up in a minute if you keep talking. We'll see.
The seventh commandment is thou shalt not commit adultery.
Yes.
Do you think that members of the legislature should focus more on trying to follow the Ten Commandments rather than telling others to follow them?
I am, you know, it is incumbent on all of us to follow God's law.
What is the fourth?
Let me know what y'all think. Okay. So he's being an a-hole, but at the same time, he's right. You can't force it on people, but it is a part of our history. If you think about, you know, America was founded on, okay, this might be a big debate, so go ahead, debate me if you want. But, you know, America was founded on Christianity, on the belief of God and the Ten Commandments. And especially we used to say prayer in school. We used to read the Bible in school. And then they took that out of school. So let me know what y'all think. Do you think we should put the Ten Commandments back in school? That's a good question. I'm trying to see what I think. It's a tough one, but let me know what you guys think. I'm very, very curious.
Hey, you Rhonda? You Rhonda? Yeah. Hey, Rhonda, I'm actually here to talk to you. So, you have a 17-year-old son?
17-year-old son?
Or, I'm sorry, a child.
Yes.
They haven't been to school in this whole month?
Oh, yeah. No. It's just that I haven't sent him to school yet.
Okay. So, from what I'm being told, they haven't been to school this whole month. 341, that's all 97?
Mm-hmm.
The school is unaware of what's going on with him.
And he's going to go back to school.
Okay, but at this point, it's already reached a point of truancy. It's reaching the point of truancy.
What's that?
Legal thing that, I mean, you could get in trouble for.
Oh, okay.
Like you pretty much have to, if you don't get in contact with the school right now to inform them of what's going on,
okay,
they're gonna send you to court.
Okay, I'll give him a call. I didn't even realize that. Okay, I'll call his teacher.
You got your ID on you?
No.
Is it inside the house?
I have a picture of it.
Yeah, can I see it? 341 or so?
341?
Yeah, you can count 31. I'm 10-12, but I'm consider everything 10-4.
10-4, 10-12, 10-4.
And is your kid here right now?
Charlie, yeah,
Is your kid here right now?
10-4, Charlie.
Is my son here?
Yeah, is he here?
Yes.
Is there any way I could at least see him just to make sure that he's okay?
Sure.
Three, 5-4.
And Mike Lima.
10-4, Mike Lima.
Were you able to pull up the ID?
Hmm?
Were you able to pull up the ID?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, you.
I have no words. I didn't hear about this, and this happened. What I think. I think they say May of 2025. I didn't hear about this, and it breaks my heart. Let me know if you heard about this. This is minutes before they discovered 6-year-old boy unalive for over 2 weeks in his bed after his mother performed an exorcism because she said God told her to. Stuff like this pisses me off. Pisses me off.
You don't know what it means to be an American? I'm going to tell you the same way my grandfather told me when I was a kid. My grandpa used to have two neighbors on either side. One was a Mexican guy, one was a black guy named Mr. Richardson. The Mexican gentleman's name was Mr. Sanchez. I don't know either of their first names. I was a kid for most of that period of time. On the weekends, every single weekend at Mr. Sanchez's house, there's a fiesta going on. Sometimes they would lay blue tarps out in the yard and slaughter pigs and butcher them right there in the yard and package meat on top of a blue tarp with a water hose running on it. When they were done, they would come and bring packages of meat for the freezer for my grandpa and for Mr. Richardson. Mr. Richardson, every couple of weeks, there would be a big party going on at his house. They'd be doing fish fry, people hanging out all over the block. It would look like a fun time, but at the same time, my grandfather was an older man and it bugged him. The fiestas, the big parties at Mr. Sanchez's house, the slaughter in the pigs in the front yard, the same type of stuff going on at Mr. Richardson's house. My grandfather would say things. He would say, man, that whatever they're cooking over there stinks. I wish they wouldn't cook that. Man, that music's loud as hell. I wish they would turn that off. Man, they got a lot of people over there. I wish some of those people would get out of here. One day I said to him, why don't you go over there and tell them to get, run some of these people off. Stop cooking that smelly shit. Turn the music down. Whatever the things that are bothering you, go tell them about it. And he said, no, I'm not going to do that because this is America. And if I wanted to do any of those things over here, I'd happily do them. And I'd hope to God that they wouldn't come say anything to me either, because once again, this is America. Our soldiers go into battle and fight. They give their blood on the battlefield so that Mr. Richardson, Mr. Sanchez, and me, Mr. Ford, can listen to whatever the fuck music we want to in our yard at our own house. We can have company over. We can do whatever we want. We can cook whatever food we want because this is America. That's what it means to be an American to me. Even if you don't like something, if it bugs you, you'd give your life in battle for that person's right to do it, as long as it's not hurting anybody.
Some of the people that you are still praying for are some of the people that God has already removed from your life in order to protect you. But you keep on calling it love. And it was never love, it was trauma disguised as loyalty. And you hold on because you confuse familiarity with safety, because the nervous system mistakes chaos for connection, and because, well, letting go oftentimes feels like failure. But sometimes the bravest thing that you will ever do is to stop reopening the doors that God, in His mercy, has already closed. You see, some relationships were not meant to last a lifetime. They were meant to reveal something, to show you where you were broken, or to awaken what you had buried. You see, they were part of the process, yet not part of the promise. And when you start healing, you realize that not everyone was assigned to your future. Some people only fit the version of you while you were still bleeding. If it ended, maybe it wasn't God's rejection. Perhaps it was God's redirection. Because God doesn't just take, He makes room. He makes room for peace, for purpose, for people that will love you from a place of healing. Let Him close the door. You don't need to force what was never meant to stay. You see, healing is holy. Grief is sacred. But freedom is a new beginning in disguise. So, let go, not because you stopped loving them, but because you finally started loving yourself the way that God always intended.
Whew, he ain't lying. I'm telling you, not even in regards to dating relationships. I'm talking about family and friends as well. I've been in a situation where I kept somebody around for so long out of guilt and compassion and empathy, and it made my life worse. It made my life worse. And sometimes we just got to recognize that those people are not meant to be in our lives. Like, we got to let go. So y'all better be letting these people go instead of trying to be a good person, because sometimes being a good person will lead you into darkness. And
This is the most unaffordable housing market that America has ever seen. Let's use this home as an example, which is the American dream for a lot of people like me and my fiance. We do pretty well for ourselves. We earn in the six figures and we've always wanted this. But then this happened. $553,000 for this house. You may be thinking to yourself, well, that's not so bad. Let me show you. This home that was sold for $553,000, that was listed for $489,000, sold for $337,000 back in 2018. This home in 2025 with a $553,000 sale price, 6% down and a 6.5% rate, gives you a payment of $3,716. Back in 2018 with a $337,000 sale price, 6% down and a 4.5% rate, gives you a payment of $1,800. Which means to afford that home today, you need a household income of $230,000. When in 2018, you needed a household income of $100,000. Meaning that back in 2018, a couple with 2 entry-level jobs could have afforded this house. That's the issue that many people like me and my fiance are having. How is it that we have to earn more than twice as much money to do the same things that people used to be able to do just 5-6 years ago? One of the worst parts is we can't get any honesty around the situation. So if you want honest news around what's going on in the housing market, make sure you check out my newsletter in my link in bio called Pissed Off Buyer. And let me know in the comments what's happening with the housing market in your city. Like, follow, and comment for more.
I'm so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I just waited for the mailman to show up so I could get my paper check in the mail that I've been waiting for weeks. So I could come to the bank and deposit it. But because I have negative money in my account, I'm only going to get like a little bit of it because like I can only access $100 for the first day. So I'm probably going to have like $60 today. I haven't gone grocery shopping in probably a month. We have like no food to eat for dinner, except for like mac and cheese and ramen. I have $300 electric bill that's overdue. My phone bill's overdue. I just gave my husband my last paycheck from last week so we could pay the mortgage 2 weeks late. And in 10 days or 11 days, the mortgage for next month is due. So it's like this paycheck isn't even like, why do I even have it? Like, they might as well take my paycheck and just send it to all my bills. Like, what's the point in me even getting my paycheck? It's like annoying. Like, I'm not going to see it anyway. Not only that, but in like 3 weeks, I have to pay for summer camp because school's almost over. So it's like, that's another $700-800 that I have to come up with to pay for summer camp. And if I don't pay for summer camp, guess who can't work because their kid is going to be at home with them? Me. So obviously that's going to be like a major to do. Like, I can't not pay summer camp. Not only do I have a personal loan and medical bills up the wazoo, like literally I have like a bill for like $3,000 from the hospital. I have like an $8,000 personal loan that was a consolidation loan from like a bunch of loans that I had. I haven't paid them in like 7 months. I owe them so much money. They call me like twice a day, dude. Like, collections calls, fucking, and all I'm doing every day is doing my best. And I literally can't get ahead. Like, I can't get ahead. I wake up and I fucking work. And these people are after me for money. And I'm like, dude, I'm literally trying my best. What do you want from me? I have side gigs here and there, like OF. Once in a while, I'll make like $60. But like, that's not really consistent. And like, I'm a painter. Like, I have a ladder in the back of my car. I'm a painter, right? So like, today, I literally didn't have enough tools to do my job. And I was like, I can't do this right now. Like, I don't have the fucking shit that I need for my job. Like, I can't even fucking work, dude. Like, I'm so stressed. I literally can't. I can't fucking do this anymore.
It's not the overspending, it's the cost of living. Here is a breakdown of the average Gen Z and millennials' cost of living in today's world. So number one is rent. Everyone knows that Gen Z and millennials have to have a roommate. So splitting a 2-bedroom apartment with utilities is around $1,500. If you have a car, a $12,000 to $15,000 used car is still going to run you $400 a month. Car insurance and gas is another $300. Student loan payment, $500. You're going to have groceries for $500. You're going to have personal care, doctor's appointments, hair, gym, about $150, and then cell phone and miscellaneous $150. That's $3,500 a month, which is baseline. Do you know how much $3,500 a month is? $70,000 a year, or $34 an hour. Because after you take out taxes, put $300 for health insurance, and do a healthy $500 401k contribution, that leaves you with $3,500. This is no fun, no savings, no maintenance, no clothes, no kids, no traveling, no vacations, no bachelor parties, no weddings, no funerals, no clothes, no school supplies, nothing. And this is paycheck to paycheck. And on top of it, they're holding $40,000 of student loan debt, a $15,000 car. And if they ever wanted to buy a house with closing costs and the down payments, another $50,000. So they need $105,000. So even if they were somehow able to scrounge up after $70,000 of paycheck to paycheck, $5,000 to go to a concert, to have avocado toast, whatever it is, $5,000 a year, it would take them 20 years to pay off this debt and save up for a house. 20 years of living with the roommate where that rent's going up, and they're making $70,000 a year as a college graduate. The average person in this country makes $50,000. It is not the overspending. It is a cost of living crisis. It's not the overspending.
That's why I'm so sick of hearing about overspending. You're overspending. You're overspending. No, you're not. No, you're not. People are struggling out here. People are struggling out here. And to say that somebody like, even if somebody wanted to go to Red Lobster or something, like, they should be able to go to Red Lobster. Like, man, like, people shouldn't have to just work and pay bills. So sick of, I'm so sick of that term overspending. That pisses me off too.
Too many black women die trying to be a mini Messiah. Too many black women die trying to take care of everybody else's dreams while they neglect their own garden. Too many black women exhaust themselves trying to be a rehabilitation center for the whole community while they are dying softly and quietly. My sisters, protect your oil. Preserve your oil. Do not participate in oil spill. Learn to pray before you move. May your daily prayer be, God, make me ready. God, make me ready. For whatever you have in store for me, God, make me ready. For the door you're about to open, God, make me ready. For the dreams you have placed in me, God, make me ready.
They found the body of Jesus in Egypt in a hidden chamber. Well, how about we see what Jesus himself has to say about it? If they say they found me in the desert, do not believe them. Mm-hmm. Where did they say they found him? The desert in Egypt. But hold up, what was the second part of that verse again? If they find him in a secret chamber, do not believe it. And where did they say they found him? A secret chamber. Hold up a minute. Okay, hold up. No, seriously, hold up. So you're telling me if I actually read the Bible, then I'll be able to tell what's true and what's false.
I think abuse is abuse.
Well, it is. Okay, let me pose a question to you.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to Mike. Let me pose a serious question to you. And we're all against abuse of nobody should be hitting nobody. Let's put it that way. Don't hit me, or I might hit you back. You don't let's not put our hands on each other.
Right.
Let's have a talk.
That makes sense.
Okay. While we talking, I tell you to shut up.
Okay.
Do you think it's wise for you to keep talking?
Huh?
All right, y'all remember the dates? I'm scared of the one with the creatures. That's gonna be.
Breaking news. You need to watch this.
I just wanted to briefly address Ms. Crockett, who accused me and my colleagues over here of ignoring the Constitution. If that were true, that'd be a very serious matter. So I did want to just inquire as to what exactly the accusation is. So I'll happily yield to the gentlewoman from Texas if she'd like to respond. Do you believe that someone who has snuck into our country, entered the United States illegally, that the due process requirements for that individual are the same as they are for a U.S. citizen?
I thought the question was for me, but it seems like the lawyers on this side or just my entire team knows the answer. Per the Constitution, if you are on our soil, you are guaranteed due process. And the fact that there's even a question is why we are struggling right now. In addition to the executive order that was signed by the president that seemed to get rid of birthright citizenship, which also is laid out in the Constitution, which is why there is no one that has ruled that that was okay.
Thank you.
A lot of men don't want a wife, they want a mom. And as a divorce lawyer, I see this very often. A marriage ends, and what's the first thing he does? He looks for another woman to cook, clean, remind him of appointments, and emotionally manage his life. That's not a partner. That's a mom with benefits. And the truth is that there are a lot of men who don't want an equal in a relationship. What they want is someone to take care of them. And when that woman finally gets tired of carrying all the weight, well, guess what? She's apparently changed, she's cold, and she's not the same woman that he married. No, she's just exhausted. Then the cycle repeats itself. He finds someone younger, someone more nurturing, someone who hasn't yet learned that this isn't love, it's labor. Because here's the thing, if a man can't function on his own, he can't cook a meal, he can't book an appointment or regulate his own emotions, he's not looking for a wife. He's looking for a caretaker. Men need to understand that your partner is not your mom. She's not your therapist, and she's not your personal assistant. A real relationship is about partnership, not dependency. So before you jump into another relationship after a divorce, ask yourself, are you looking for love, or are you just looking for another woman to save you from doing the work? A lot of men don't want a wife.
All right, let me know what y'all think. I know it's gonna be some comments.